Something huge just happened on the US stock market. This morning, an incredible $1.6 trillion in value was added. So we're going to break down exactly what happened and maybe more importantly, where all that money came from.
Yeah, just look at that number for a second. $1.6 trillion. To give you some perspective, that's more than the entire yearly economic output of a country like Australia, and it was created in just a few hours. It's a truly mind-boggling figure.
So, the big question is, where did all this value actually come from? Well, to answer that, we need to look at a special kind of map, one that lets us see the entire market in a single glance.
To really understand a day like today, we're going to use what's called a market heat map. It's honestly the perfect tool to visually break down this historic surge and see exactly where all the action was. And here is our map. What you're looking at is a snapshot of the entire US stock market right at the open. And wow, it is just an overwhelming sea of green. Pretty much every sector, every major company is lit up. This signals a massive, widespread rally. Now, for those of you who haven't seen one of these before, a market heat map is a fantastic tool. It takes all this complex data and makes it super easy to understand. It really just tells you two key things at a glance: how big a company is and how well it's doing.
And reading it is brilliantly simple. The size of each box, that represents the company's total value, its market cap. So you see those really big boxes? Those are your huge companies, like an Apple or a Microsoft. And the color tells you how the stock performed. Bright green means the price jumped, and red means it dropped. And today, as you can see, it's all about the green.
Okay, so let's dive into this. When you look at the map, your eyes are immediately drawn to those giant green rectangles, right? Well, those are the tech titans, and they were without a doubt the engine behind today's growth. Let's take a closer look.
I mean, just look at these numbers. You've got Amazon up over 5%, Google and Meta both over 4%. Even a smaller gain like Apple's 1.8% adds something like $50 billion to its value on its own. So when these giants all surge together like this, they don't just move the market, they create a tidal wave.
But here's what's really interesting. This wasn't just a handful of tech companies carrying the entire market on their backs. Nope. This was something much broader, a truly widespread rally. If we kind of pan across our map, you can see this green wave just washing over everything. You look at finance, and giants like JP Morgan are surging over 4%. That shows real confidence in the banking sector. Then there's manufacturing. Caterpillar posted a huge 5.8% gain, which suggests a really strong outlook for industry. And of course, you've got big consumer companies like Tesla jumping significantly too. This proves it wasn't just excitement in one little corner of the market, but broad-based confidence across the entire economy.
So, what does this all add up to? Well, when you have basically every major player in every major sector all firing on all cylinders at the exact same time, you get a day for the history books.
And that's really the key takeaway here. A $1.6 trillion day isn't born from one company having a good morning. It's forged by this powerful, synchronized surge across the board, led by the largest and most influential companies in the world all moving together. It is the very definition of a market-wide rally.
Which, of course, leaves us with the big question. Was today just a spectacular one-off event, a fluke driven by a unique set of circumstances? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a powerful new upward trend for the market? We'll definitely be watching to find out. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.